ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः, भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः, स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः, स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः, स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः, स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। या देवी स्तूयते नित्यं विबुधैर्वेदपारगैः, सा मे वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने, व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। निरञ्जनं नित्यमनन्तरूपं भक्तानुकम्पासुतविग्रहं वै ईशावतारं परमेशमीड्यं तं रामकृष्णं शिरसा नमामि। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्तिः रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया, सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। विवेकजानन्दनिमग्नचित्तं विवेकदानैकविनोदशीलं, विवेकभासाकमनीयकान्तिं विवेकिनं तम् अहं नमामि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धेः, उल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र, येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
Bhakti is defined from various standpoints. Therefore, the meaning of Bhakti Yoga also will be from the different standpoint. In general, Bhakti means love towards the Lord. Bhakti Yoga means practice of love towards Ishvara. So we have seen the classification from different standpoint. So it begins with very gross religious practice and ends with very subtlest philosophical convictions. So the sadhaka, the spiritual seeker, will have confusion. Which one I should try? Which one I should try? Say for example, from Ishvara's standpoint, that is Ishvara Tattva standpoint, I told you there are four: Ekarupa, Bahurupa, Sarvarupa, Arupa. The spiritual seeker will have confusion. Which I should try? What is my destination? What is the immediate course of action? Will be the confusion. So today we will see what is the relevant spiritual practice for the spiritual seeker in Bhakti Yoga and what he is going to gain in Bhakti Yoga. Understand? So, from Ishvara Tattva standpoint, the spiritual seeker should strive Sarva Rupa Ishvara Bhakti, keeping Ishvara as Sarva Rupa Ishvara. Because spiritual seeker means one who has Viveka Shakti. He should have that Vivekam that I cannot do anything according to my whims and fancies. Therefore, I cannot have any likes and dislikes. Therefore, the spiritual seeker is qualified to practice Sarva Rupa Ishvara Bhakti. Vishwam itself is the Lord. Because he doesn't have any desires to get or get rid of. So he accepts everything as the manifestation of the Lord. So he practices Sarva Rupa Ishvara Bhakti every moment of his life. Eka Rupa Bhakti, Bhagurupa Bhakti are all time bound. You practice devotion to one particular Rupa or many particular Rupas. It is a time bound practice. When it is towards Sarva Rupa, then any moment you are connected with the Lord. With regard to one particular Rupa, you are connected with the Lord only when you transact with that particular Rupa. Like the normal person going to temple. As long as he is inside the temple, he is different person. Once he comes out and takes his chappal, he is different person. So, Sarva Rupa Ishvara Bhakti is prescribed for him. The end is Arupa Ishvara Bhakti. And from this devotee standpoint, again 4 stages: Tamasa Bhakti, Rajasa Bhakti, Satvika Bhakti, Nirguna Bhakti. So this spiritual seeker should practice Satvika Bhakti. And end is Nirguna Bhakti. Then from intention standpoint, Sadhana Bhakti, Sadhya Bhakti, Siddha Bhakti. He should practice Sadhya Bhakti. God is the end. Then he will get the knowledge. God is already available entity. I need not keep it as end. It is Siddha Vastu. That knowledge he gets. Then, from the standpoint of sadhanas, he has to concentrate on Vachika Manasa Bhakti, not Karma Rupa Bhakti. Gross form of bhakti you can see in the society. People will pierce the arrow through this cheek to this cheek. People will walk 100 kilometers. These are all physically done, but manas is not involved. While going Padayatra itself, take for example, you are circumambulating Arunachaleshwara, Tiruvannamalai, they go, many people go. 2 to 3 hours it takes. But how many minutes they remembered the Lord while doing that circumambulation, it is questionable. Instead of that, they can sit in one place and either use their oral capacity or mental capacity to meditate on the Lord. So, less physical activities, more mental activity, mediocre oral activity is prescribed for spiritual seeker. Swadhyaya and Dhyana. From Lakshanam standpoint, the spiritual seeker has gone through certain preparations already. He is not a beginner. He has gone through Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. He has gone through certain convictions. Anityam Asukam Lokam. Ishvara is the only desirable thing to desire. First 3 stages, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, natural form. Through that, he gains a attitude and knowledge about the Ishvara. Then he should struggle to practice Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam. These are all not time bound. I told you already. What is the end? Atma Nivedanam will be the end. So regarding this Bhakti and Bhakti Yoga, there is a scripture called Bhakti Sutra. At present, we have two Bhakti Sutras literature. One is Narada Bhakti Sutra, another is Shandilya Bhakti Sutra. Narada Bhakti Sutra is a wonderful scripture. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna prescribes this scripture to his disciples. So when you go through that Narada Bhakti Sutra, you come across a wonderful idea. It is nothing but preparing a seeker through devotional means and landing him with knowledge. So I have gone through that. Yesterday, about 4 to 5 hours I spent with that scripture, just to recollect all my learnings. I will share what are the important ideas given in that Narada Bhakti Sutra. With regard to definition itself, Bhagavan Narada ji defines devotion from different standpoint. What you practice, devotion. What you get by that practice of devotion, devotion you are getting. The end and the means have same name. Like the word yogaha. Yujyate anaya iti yogaha, the end. Yujyate anena iti yogaha, the means. Uniting oneself with that ultimate entity is called yogaha. The means to unite, the sadhanas to unite oneself with that ultimate entity also is called yoga. Similarly, bhakti also, the end and the means have same name. First sutra is Atato Bhaktim Vyakyasyamaha. Let me explain what is bhakti. Second sutra, Satu Asmin Parama Prema Rupa. Sa means bhakti. Because in first sutra he has told Bhaktim Vyakyasyamaha. Therefore he uses the word Sa. Sa means bhakti. Asmin Ishware, in Ishwara Parama Prema Rupa. Bhakti is equal to Ishware Parama Prema Rupa. Then you should get the meaning for Parama Prema Rupa. What do you mean by Parama Prema Rupa? Then he says Amrita Swarupa cha. It is immortal in nature. What do you understand? Then he goes on. Anirvachaniyam Prema Swarupam. It is inexplicable. I cannot explain to you. Okay. First sutra you started. Bhaktim Vyakyasyamaha. Let me explain what is bhakti. Then you defined Parama Prema Rupam. Then Amrita Swarupam. Then when I ask what is Parama Prema Rupam, Anirvachaniyam, I cannot explain. Why? Mukha Swadhanavat. It is like asking a mukha, a dumb person, to tell what it means by eating sweet. Suppose a dumb person was given sweet, laddu. He has taken. He enjoyed it. Through his facial expressions, he expressed his joy. Then you ask, how it is? What he will tell? Lie that I cannot tell. It is sweet, Amrita Swarupam. but I cannot explain. Then he says, it is not for all. Prakashate kwapi patre. It is rare among the rarest. What we think, bhakti is the easiest path to practice. He says, bhakti is rare among the rarest, can be found with only in rarest people. And he gives one example. Yatha vraja gopikanam. Gopikas is told as the example for bhaktas. Then you rush towards the gopikas through Bhagavatam. You find there they have done so many things. They complained against Krishna. They played with Krishna. They cried for Krishna. So what is bhakti? Then you ask them, Bhagavan Naradji, not only Krishna is confusing person, you are also confusing. You started the scripture with the word, let me explain bhakti. Then you ended like this. Then Narada Bhagavan says, Tadarpita akila acharata tadvismarane parama vyakulata iti. So he tries to explain. What he says, akila acharata tadarpita. Whatever you do, if you can offer it to him, tadvismarane parama vyakulata. Suppose your mind is engaged in some other thing and forgetting the Lord, immediately there will be vyakulata in your mind. Oh my God, I have forgotten you, I have forgotten you. Guna rahitam, kamana rahitam, pratikshana vardhamanam, avichinnam, sukshmataram, anubhava rupam. Each word is golden word. Guna rahitam. None of your three gunas should be there. Kamana rahitam. No desire can be a motivating factor for this love. Pratikshana vardhamanam. It will be growing more and more. Whether you get laddu or beating from the Lord in your life, it will be increasing. Generally, what is the condition of normal person? When he gets laddu, oh my God, Govinda, like that he will tell. When he gets beating, he will change his name and religion. Bas. And God also. Pratikshana vardhamanam avichinnam, uninterruptible. Sukshmataram, very subtlest. Anubhava rupam, it is experienced by the person only, it cannot be explained. All these explanations are what? Only indications of it. So he is defining bhakti as Siddha Bhakti. Understand? Siddha Bhakti. Jnani Bhakti is explained. Then he quotes other acharyas, Bhakti acharyas, rishis also in his Bhakti Sutram. So he quotes Shandilya Rishi. What is the meaning of bhakti according to Shandilya? Atmaratihi avirodhena iti Shandilyaha. Atmaratihi. Ratihi means reveling in one's own self is called bhakti. Bhagavan Shankara writes in his literature, Swaswarupa anusandhanam bhaktihi ityabhidiyate. Swaswarupa anusandhanam, Atmarati. Okay, these two are classified. They are talking something which I am not able to understand at present. Correct? Both Shandilya and Narada. Unfortunately, these two people's sutra only is available now. Other rishis sutras are not available now. What about the definition of other rishis? Parasharyaha, Vyasacharya's father and guru. Parasharya Rishi defines bhakti pujadishu anuragaha iti parasharyaha, commitment and addiction for doing puja. Now you have one definition in your mind for the word puja. Argyam tarpayami, snanam tarpayami. This pujari gives only water of one small teaspoon and he says, I am giving argyam, I am giving snanam. Bhagavan will see, one drop water, how can I take bath? Snanam tarpayami, asanam tarpayami. For asanam also he pours only same drop of water. Then Bhagavan will be watching. You have to imagine. The puja, Bhagavan will be, Krishna is sitting. So in front of you is sitting. You are doing this puja. Argyam tarpayami. Because when Bhagavan comes, you have to invite him. Na? Snanam tarpayami. Same drop of water. Asanam tarpayami. Bhojanam tarpayami. Naivedyam tarpayami. Same. Only drop of water. So this is the idea in our mind for puja. What Parasharya Rishi means by puja? Why I am bringing all these ideas to you? To give clarity that bhakti means confusion. This is one standpoint. Another standpoint, bhakti means all inclusive. Bhakti means all inclusive. Therefore, you don't have any right to criticize anybody's devotion practice. Slaughtering also is bhakti. According to that person, you need not follow it. But you have no right to criticize. Now, nations are quarreling because of this lack of small understanding. One God only. One method only. Prayer should be in one language only. Because the Shastram is not Prakasham. Shastram is not Prakashitam in their society. Therefore, fighting. And the majority of people attempting to pulling the people to their group. Parasharyaha pujadishu anuragaha. Parasharya says, do puja. What does it mean? You understand in your own way and do it. It is efficacious. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Bhagavan himself says, toyam means drop of water. Understand? To leaf you put, I will accept it. Bhakti, that attitude, that connection, anuragaha is the word. This is Parasharya Rishi. Then Garga Rishi. Who is that Garga Rishi? Do you remember? Krishna's Namakarana Guru. Because Krishna had so many gurus. Namakarana Guru, Kula Guru. What Garga Rishi says, Kathadishu anuragaha iti. Just listen Lord's stories. That is called devotion. That is enough. See how easy it is. Because there is no spending. No spending. And no exertion also. You have to just sit or lie down or walk or drive even. Kathadishu anuragaha. So when we asked Narada Rishi, why this many definitions, this many meaning? Narada Bhagavan says, Tal lakshanani vachyante nana mata bhedat. Human minds are differently equipped. All have a nose, but all nose are not similar. Not even two noses are similar. All have eyes. All eyes retina is not similar. All have finger, thumb, but all finger mark is not same. Similarly, all have mind. Their attitudes need not be and cannot be the same. So bhakti is something connected with attitude, bhavana, emotions. So there should not be any limitations for that devotee. In our Guru Parampara, they will tell one example for this. In Islam, there was a beautiful sect called Sufi sect. Now it is gone. But some 300 years before it was there. By birth and by practice they are Islamic, but by attitude they are Vedantists. So many saints were there. So one saint was praying to the Lord, to Allah. Oh Bhagavan, if you come and sit in front of me, I can feed you. Because he is connected with our Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma. So in Sanatana Dharma, that freedom is there. Bhagavan can come and take your puja, take your offerings. He might have heard Krishna's story or Rama's story. So with that idea, he was calling Allah. Oh Allah, if you come, I can feed you. I can hold your hand and walk for some time. I can talk to you. And I can hear what you talk. Somewhere else you are hiding. Please come in front. Like that he was praying and crying. By the time a priest in Islamic religion, Mullaji, passes through, then he hears this prayer and scolds this sadhu. Hey, idiot. Allah doesn't have any form. Allah doesn't have any hands so that he can hold and walk. Allah doesn't have mouth so that he can feed. What nonsense you are praying. Don't do that. Like that he scolded and went out. This sadhu, generally Sufi saints are, generally they are sadhus. This sadhu again started praying and with cry. Oh my God, you don't have hands also, then you need more protection. Your legs you lost. You cannot eat also. Very pathetic condition. You are in very pathetic condition. I thought you will take care of me. Now I understood because of that Mullaji's assertion that I have to take care. Please come, I will take care of. What will do? Expression of love. Understand? So, the love, what it is actual, it is anirvachaniya. Like Jnani says, it is anirvachaniya. My swarupam is anirvachaniya. You understand in whatever way. You understand me as mad, as a child, as a murkaha, idiot. Whatever way you understand me. And whatever way you understand what I got it. When you glorify the Jnani, what you will tell? I never did it. Sir, you did, sir. You go and ask our Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, you did such a wonderful. No, I did not do it. According to Jnani, aham sarvam. Nadatte kasya chit papam nachaiva sukrutam vibhuhu. So I don't do anything, neither papa karma or punya karma. So like jnanam is anubhava swarupam. Bhakti also is anubhava swarupam. Tal lakshanani vachyante nana mata bhedat. What is the meaning of bhakti? That differs. Let it be differing. No problem. But if you claim yourself as a bhakta, one thing can be guidance for us. What it is? He gives a list of things to be avoided if you are a bhakta. Then he gives a list of things should be practiced if you are a bhakta. What is the meaning of bhakti? That differs. Let it be differing. No problem. But if you claim yourself as a bhakta, you avoid these things and practice these things. This will be helpful for us. So I will try to share. What are all to be avoided? Nishiddhani. First he says, Dussangaha sarvatha eva tyajyaha. Dushta sangha should be renounced. Whether you renounce your wealth or name or fame, that are all different. First thing, you renounce what? Dushta sangaha. Sangaha with dushta. Attachment with dushtas. Understand? You cannot avoid transacting with dushta. Why? Because you don't know who is dushta. By transacting, only you can understand that he is a dushta. Before transaction, you cannot understand. Suppose you are going to transact with one particular official in your company and in your workplace. After transaction only you will understand he is a dushta. What is the meaning of dushta? That should be clear in our mind. In many classes I told, what is the meaning of dushta? One who is convinced that human life is for sensory pleasures and acquiring wealth is called dushta. What is there, Swami, in life? Earn and enjoy, people say to me. You have given up. What life you are leading? You say you don't get any salary also. One rickshaw wala was sympathizing with me. Ayyo Pavam Swami Ninga. He says, you are Ayyo Pavam. Ayyo Pavam means pathetic condition. No salary, not even 10 rupees. Even 10 rupees not there. And I told. Family? No family. No wife? No mother? No, mother was there. Renounced. Mother also renounced. No wife, no children. Ayyo Pavam. It happened. So he sympathizes with the sadhu. So he is completely convinced life is for enjoyment. To enjoy, you should get earning capacity. This is the definition of dushta in our scriptures. Please understand. Not that drunkard is a dushta or liar is a dushta. These are all extra categories. Minimum category is this. So here our Narada Bhagavan says, Sangaha dushtanam sangaha tyajyaha sarvata. By all means, at all time. Why you say? He says, if you have sangaha with them, kama, krodha, moha, smriti, bhramsha, buddhi, sarva, nasha, karanatvat. So they will create, that sangha will create more and more kamam, more and more krodham, more and more moham. Whatever you have gained nice things in your life, certain convictions, smriti nashaha, then buddhi nashaha, viveka shakti nashaha will happen. So this side protection, three protection, kama, krodha, moha. This side destruction. The sangha will destroy. What it destroy? Whatever nice things you gained in your life, either through purva samskara or through guru anugraha or through parentage, nashaha. Now you have to keep this. Whatever makes you to get anger, dushtaha. Whatever makes you to go for more and more sensory pleasures, dushtaha. In that category, indiscriminate use of mobile phone and internet and all other gadgets come. It is not only human being. Understand? Not the use of mobile. Indiscriminate use of mobile. What is the meaning of indiscriminate use of mobile? When it creates kama, krodha, moha, then it is indiscriminate. When it destroys, makes you to forget your nice understandings, vismruti, then buddhi nashaha, then it is dushtaha. Same mobile you use for online classes, sadhu sangha. So similarly, transaction with every individual, transact with every object, transaction with every situation. Not the person by nature is dushta. Not the instrument by nature it is dushta. How you use, for what purpose use, with what intention you transact. How can we avoid transacting with the people just because they create little desire, little anger? Little only they create. So Narada said, don't think it is little. Tarangayita api ime sangat samudrayante. It's a beautiful assertion. Even though it appears as though it is a little bit ripple of the wave, actually it is samudra. You will not be aware that how it drags you down. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to say, when a person goes to go down through ramp, when you go down through ramp, you will not understand that you are going down. So, tarangayita api, even if it is a ripple with regard to this kama, krodha, moha, sangat samudrayante, little only it will be there and little will be with them also, both joined together. Tarangayita. They say, oh, you are like curd rice, tair sadam, good for nothing. Not outside man, inside family people will tell this. Understand? In the form of wife or children, they will tell this. You don't know how to take bribe. Wife may tell. Adutatu ambujette partela. You see the next house mommy, next house auntie, you see. Child will tell. He is also working in same office and they are having car. You are not having. When we ask, what you say? He is taking bribe. What is the problem for you in taking bribe? Dushtanam sangaha sarvathaiva tyajyaha. Sangaha tyajyaha. Attachment should be given up. Not transaction. Because you cannot give transaction. You have to transact with the society. So, they will come and try to convince you about their convictions as the right conviction. If you want to have, how many people are there in your life? Simply put an idea in that community. I want to go and join ashrama. That's all. All uncles, aunties, chittappas, periyappas, all will come to convince you. Don't do that. Don't do that. So when they come and try to argue with you about the superiority of their convictions, vado na avalambyaha, don't argue with them. They are powerful. Charuvakas. Materialistic people have powerful tongue. It's srishti, like that only. See, at least spiritual acharya should have powerful tongue, na? See, my tongue is not powerful tongue. I am searching for word. They will have flowery words. In Gita also Bhagavan says, na? They will have flowery words, beautiful statements, sentences. And voice also will be very nice. Therefore, it is better for you. Vadaha na avalambyaha. Don't argue with these people. Submit yourself. Tell them, you are right, my dear, but I am not fit for that. Suppose somebody comes and tries to convince you with his shampoo bottle. This shampoo bottle you should keep in your mind. You say, very nice, sir. Wonderful, sir. What you say is right, sir. But I don't have hair, sir. That's not avoiding vadam. Generally, we try to establish our idea in others' mind. And they have power. Dushtanga has power. Because that dushtatvam is there in our mind also. As long as the person is not gained Atmajnanam, any moment he can become a dushta. Spiritual fall is inevitable and universal. So therefore he gives warning. See, these are all warnings to avoid, you understand? So first this should be taken care of in our life. Very practical instructions. Vado na avalambyaha. If I do argument and try to quote all the points which I gained in Satsanga, basics of Vedanta, Upanishad, Narada Bhagavan says, don't do that. Because you will lose control over yourself. Because you are already shaking. So suppose somebody comes and says, so and so is not your father. Will you argue with him? Take this example. Somebody comes and says, so and so is not your father. Will you argue with him? Will you try to establish your idea with him? What you do? Hey, idiot, get out. I don't need your new revelations. Because already I am knowledgeable about my father. So if you are really convinced, you will not argue. Please understand. The very argument intention is that you are already shaky. Somebody comes and says, you are not male. I know. What is that to convince you? I did not convince you. You think whatever it may be. I know that I am male. So certain things are beyond arguments. You take that level. That is the message. Bahulyaha avakashatvad aniyatatvacha. Once you give avakasha, little space, he will put poison. That's what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna used to say. All are waters, but some water only can be used for drinking. Some are for hand washing. Some are for cloth washing. Some water should not be touched at all. Like that, varieties of people are there. With some people only you can talk. Some people you can talk with one single word, hello, hi, uncle, from distance. Some people should not be talked at all, even if they come to you. So, with regard to avoiding dushta sangha, these many sutras. Then he takes another thing which should be avoided. Stri dhana nastika charitam na shravaniyam. Na shravaniyam. Don't hear. What you should not hear? Nastika charitam. A life history of a materialistic and successful person in this society. He is a successful person, popular person, but nastikaha, uncultured. One who doesn't have any other pramanam other than his sense organs and mind for guiding his life. It's called nastika. Understand? One who considers the mind and sense organs alone are the source of knowledge to guide my life. It's called nastika. In his life, Shastram is absent, Bhagavan is absent. When Shastram and Bhagavan is not there, what life it will be? A life of sensory pursuits. And he may be successful. Never hear about his glory. How to become millionaire. There is a book. That fellow did not become millionaire by the techniques which he followed, which he advocated. He became millionaire by selling the books. There was one author. When we were student, we were asked to study that book. How to make friends. I forgot that author name. How his life ended, you know. He suicided without any friends. But he wrote a book, How to Make Friends. Very popular book it was. So, Nastika Charitam na Shravaniyam. It is like mother telling, don't go there near gas stove. Don't go there near the well. Like that, Narada Bhagavan is telling. What you should do, he will tell afterwards. What you should not do, he is telling now. Sri Dhana Nastika Charitam na Shravaniyam. Na Shravaniyam. Don't hear. Sri Charitam, Dhana Charitam. Sri means Purusha also. About the physical beauty of any individual. Don't hear. Because it will create Kama, Krodha, Moha. Nations have been destroyed by this Sri and Dhanam. Kamini, Kanchanam. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's words. Dhanam by itself is not a problem. Sri or Purusha by themselves is not a problem. But when it is given undue importance in our mind, undue importance, and when we want to acquire these two for sensory pleasures through undue means, that is problem. So those things should never be heard at all. Because all our pravritti starts with hearing only, advertisement only. All pravritti Shruyate, Nyayate, Ichchati, Yatate. Shruyate, shampoo bottle, advertisement, Shruyate, Drishyate, then Ichchati. Drishyate, that means Nyayate, Ichchati, then Yatate. So very beginning itself you cut off. Then Abhimana Dambadikam Tyajyam. Adipadat, so many things are there in the list. That is Asuri Sampat. Asura's wealth. Asuri Sampat means what? Asura's wealth. If you want, you can go to Bhagavad Gita. 16th chapter, 17th chapter. These are all mentioned there. Two he says, Abhimanam and Damba. Damba means arrogant in your action. Haughtiness they call it. When they come, when the arrogant people come, when they come, they will expect respect from the audience. Because Abhimaninaha. In their mind they are arrogant. So activities also will be with arrogance. If it is in the mind, it is called Abhimanam. If it expressed physically or orally, it is called Dambam. With whom you are talking, they will tell. With whom you are talking, do you know? Like that when they ask, then we have to say, I don't know, I don't want to know also. And these two things should not come to you, he says. Let them keep. So these are all Nishiddham. What are the things to be practiced? He will tell a big list. Tattu Vishayat Tyagat Satsangatva. Renunciation. Vishayat Tyagat Satsangat. So that we will see in the next class. It's a big topic. I thought of finishing Bhakti Yoga with 2 classes. Then I found it is half left. With classifications and confusions it is left. I thought, no, we have to bring overall picture, because people like to be Bhakti yogis. They are afraid of being Raja Yogi because Yama Niyama is problematic. And they are lazy or what you call not qualified according to their understanding for Jnana Yoga. They think that they can be a Karma Yogi. So I thought Bhakti Yoga also should be given a full picture according to the scripture. These classes cannot be fully understood by one hearing. As long as you don't understand, please hear. I will not tell how many times you hear. It's all according to your capacity of understanding. As long as you don't understand, please hear, because this is really a foundation for our spiritual life, and the transformational ideas are hidden in these classes. Basics of Vedanta doesn't mean preliminary ideas of Vedanta. It is the basic for our Vedantic way of life. Our mind should be convinced. Then only it will try for transformation. Transformation should happen in our lifestyle, in our thought process. So we will see in the next class. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
जय शंख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर दधि पदं जय शंख गदाधर नीलकलेवर पीतपटाम्बर दधि पदं जय चन्दन चर्चित कुण्डल अन्तिम बान्धव देहि पदम् जय दुर्जन शासन केळि परायण दुर्जन